actually, or we can say test. We can win this test, or we can you can win this kind of beautiful exercise, let's say. And in this case, you will be rewarded by uh, expenses, paying expenses of the trip to the Karbala, inshallah. So I hope if what I was trying to tell you is clear right now. Let me go through the rest of the messages that I have just received right here. Abdullah Shah Muhammad Turkmani says, Assalamu alaikum. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام. السلام عليك يا أبا الفضل عباس عليه السلام يا قمر بني هاشم. Abdullah Shah says, and also pray for my auntie good health and speedy recovery, and for my mom's health. Ilahi Ameen. I hope all the mu'mineen and mu'minat, all the respected viewers who are sick, or the relatives of the respected viewers who are sick and spending hard time fighting their diseases, inshallah they be recovered as soon as possible, inshallah, in sake of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Muhammad Jan Turkmani says, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. He also says, Labbaik ya Hussein and iltimas dua. There is one thing else that I would like to tell all the respected viewers who are watching this show right now, that you can share the live broadcast of this show with your friends. So if you haven't shared it yet, you can do it right now just by pushing the button of the share and share this live show, so you can give this great opportunity to more people to join us, and inshallah more people get more informed about Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salamu alayhim ajma'in. They know more about Ahlul Bayt, and you will be the cause, you will be the reason, you will be the mean, let's say. So you will receive rewards, inshallah, from Almighty. As I can see, there are many messages coming to Facebook, and I'm so happy for being able to be your representative here in Karbala. So if you wish to be here in Karbala, as I have mentioned, just follow this show to the end in this month and join the test, which is going to be on 26th of Ramadan, inshallah. Jane Recto says, Salam alaikum ya Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Vijay Zahra says, Ya sahab al-asr adrikni wa la tuhlikni. Alia Zaina says, please pray we can come to Karbala again soon, inshallah, with our family. Ilahi Ameen, Ilahi Ameen. I hope every mu'mina, mu'mina, every lover of Imam Hussein alayhi salam who is really eager to come to Karbala, be able to come to Karbala, and inshallah we ask Almighty to help us overcome the current situation due to the coronavirus, and inshallah everything gets better and better. And actually we need to ask Almighty and pray for Imam of our time, and ask Almighty to hasten the reappearance of Imam of our time. You know, everything that is happening around us, they are signs of oppression, signs of the time which is getting closer and closer to the harsh situation and the bad situation which is not understandable anymore. So the only one who can rescue humanity from this hard and bad situation is Imam of our time. So let's all together ask Almighty to hasten the reappearance of Imam of our time, and inshallah by his reappearance we all can find the better way, live a better life both in this world and hereafter, inshallah. Those who are asking, there are some people who are asking, how can we follow this show? And if we have missed a few episodes, what should we do? I would like to tell you that the previous episodes of this live show, you can find them on the Facebook channel, on the Facebook page of Imam Hussein TV 3. So just by searching Imam Hussein 3 TV or Imam Hussein TV 3, both of them, you can search both of them, each one you wish, and you can find the official page of Imam Hussein TV3. Then you can find the previous episodes that we had yesterday and the other night and 2 days before yesterday. So you can follow the conversation, you can follow the topic, and you can just get the meaning of the phrases of Ziyarah Jama'ah that we talked about during this Ziyarah, inshallah. Messages right here. So I would like to thank everyone who is connected right now and sending salam to Imam Hussein TV channel through this Facebook uh, show or this Facebook broadcast, let's say. And inshallah, in a few minutes, we are going to have the respected guest, Sheikh Mustafa Akhound, and we will continue our discussion about Ziyarah al-Jamiah. Let's have a short break, and we'll be back again. Hello again, and welcome to this live show, the show which is called The Shining Moons. And if you have followed us through the previous nights, you know that we are talking about Ziyarat al-Jami'ah, the most comprehensive form of Ziyarah. In these nights of the month of Ramadan, we are blessed by being next to the Holy Shan of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Abu Abbas alayhi salam. And we are more blessed by this conversation for being able to talk about Ahlul Bayt and get more information about them, to increase our knowledge, to increase our knowing about them. And by this great opportunity, whenever we go to the Holy Shan of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and remembering the phrases, the notes that, and the sentences that we have learned about Ahlul Bayt, the meanings of the value of Ahlul Bayt, then when we perform a ziyarah, our ziyarah is going to be a kind of ziyarah with knowledge. So, inshallah, it will fulfill the narration of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, which says, "Man zara al-Husayn arafan bihaqqihi falahu al-jannah." So, inshallah, we deserve heaven by this ziyarah, which is with knowledge. Please welcome our respected guest, Sheikh Mustafa Akhound, who is here in the studio right now. And inshallah, he's ready, just like the other nights, to start his topic and start his lecture about this great topic. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh, and welcome to the studio.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah to you, Brother Mustafa, and to the brothers and sisters who are watching this show. May Allah bless them and grant him the visitation of the shrines of al-Fadl Abbas alayhi salam and Imam Hussein alayhi salam and all the other atabat within the holy land of Karbala and Baghdad and Samarra and Najaf, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Sheikh, before we start going through the topic and talking about the Ziyarah Jama, I would like you to, once again, as you are, you have just advised this beautiful reward for those who continue watching this show, just tell the respected viewers about the reward and the question and the exam that is going to happen at the end of this month. How is it going to be,
Inshallah.
and what is the reward, inshallah?
Inshallah, for those who are participating within this series, and I'm honored to serve them, and we are honored to serve them. Inshallah, if they follow the lectures by the 27th of Ramadan, we will have an examination, and they can get to us via the Facebook or the WhatsApp of the channel to send us their phone number. We can send them via WhatsApp, or we can send the examination by email. And they will answer the questions. It's going to be like a one-day examination. And then they will send us the answers back. And inshallah, by the Eid, the night of Eid, inshallah, if Allah will, then we lived until then, we will announce the winner and the one who passed the exam and got the answers all correctly. And then, inshallah, we will help them. Imam Hussein TV 3 will help them and pay for their tickets. It will help them for that price. Inshallah, we're hoping that it can be full, but it might be like maybe $100 or less. Or for example, if it's coming from Canada, and if, for example, it's $1,500, they might pay $1,200, but it will be helping them, or they might be able to cover the whole cost of their airfare coming to Karbala and doing the Ziyarah of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, inshallah.
And we are going to have one winner.
Yes.
For this
exam. The one who answered the best. I had this done every Ramadan, either having them reading a book or listening to a lecture, and typically it gets to like out of 20 to 50 people that I had different months, different years, it gets to like 3 to 5 people who all have the best answer, and then we draw their names, and then the one who win one. We're hoping that we can get more people to donate, and then we can have them all the winners to come. Why not?
If someone wants to donate in this regard,
definitely, they can sponsor.
Open, so they can
sponsor. Definitely.
That's great. That's great. So back to our topic, Ziyarah Jama. We started reading and reciting Ziyarah Jama and talking about it. We started with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum ya Ahl Bayt al-Nubuwwah wa mawdu' al-Risala wa mukhtalif al-Mala'ika wa mahbit al-Wahy. And we talked about the household of the prophecy. So you talked about this, and you said that it has got a wide meaning, a great meaning. So is there anything more about this topic and this phrase to tell the respected viewers?
Definitely. Well, we started the two phrases, we were talking about it last night, inshallah we'll continue tonight. وَمَوْضِعَ الرِّسَالَةِ وَمَحْبِطَ الْوَحْيِ. Inshallah, if we get a chance to talk about وَمُخْتَلِفَ الْمَلَائِكَةِ tonight, we will, inshallah. But if time didn't allow us, inshallah, we'll talk about it tomorrow night. We said that we're saying salam to the household of the Prophet. They are the location and the destination of the divine mission and revelation. Here is the main difference between the Shia followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and the non-Shia. We believe that Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam are the entrustment of prophetic mission. The Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa brought the revelation, as we mentioned, as a legislation, brought the laws and the rules and the regulations, all the haram, wajibat, muharramat, halal, do's and don'ts. It is time for a divine individual that is appointed by the same one who sent the Prophet to come and elaborate, educate, inform, and answer the questions of the people after the departure of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa sallam.
You just mentioned that this one has to be sent by the one who has sent
Of
the Holy
course,
Prophet,
of
not by
course,
the Prophet himself. Is it
of
true?
course. But the Prophet, Allah chooses the successor via Prophet,
Not the Prophet
not the
himself?
Prophet himself.
Really?
Because we have on the day of Eid al-Ghadir,
Hmm.
when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa appointed Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and everything was finished.
Mm.
And he asked them to come within 3 days, because according to historians and numerous narrations, there were more than 100,000 people present within that event,
Yeah.
Eid al-Ghadir, 18th of Dhul Hajjah, year 10th after Hijrah. After the pledges were done, a person comes to the tent of Rasulullah and he tells him, "O Rasulullah, you ask us to fast, we fast. You ask us to go to jihad, we went to jihad. You ask us to pay khums and zakat, we did. Is this what you ask us to do, to follow Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam?" Keeping in mind that he's only about 30, 35 years old,
Yeah.
between this range. So this is what you're asking us to follow Ali ibn Abi Talib after you, as your successor, as your vicegerent, as your khalifa, wasi. Is this from you or from God? I said, of course it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have nothing from my own. I don't appoint or tell here, do this. Everything that I say, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا يَنْطِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Anything that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa utter is from the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, if that is so, have Allah to send the punishment on me. People couldn't take it.
Allah.
First of all, as being a young individual, about again 32 to 35-year-old,
Yeah.
and what he had done to them in the battle of Badr and Uhud and Khaybar, and through all the battles, more than 83 wars that Rasulullah had, all of them defensive, were the non-believers and kuffar. All of them were defensive. None of them were offensive. Means none of them he started the war. Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam to be the forefront, always going and defeating the army. So they had في قلوبهم أحقادا بدرية وحنينية وخيبرية, and we read this in Dua an-Nudbah. They had all of this hatred, so they couldn't see a young individual coming and taking the leadership. So he said, "O Rasulullah, if it's from Allah, have him sent a punishment." As soon as he left the tent of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a bird came and a stone, a pebble, small pebble, thrown. The bird threw the pebble and got to his head and out of his rear. So سأل سائل بعذاب واقع. The verse was revealed that a person asked for an obvious punishment, he received it. So it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we see between the parentheses when Prophet Musa ala nabina wa alayhi wa salam, he was about to, because they told him, let's show us Allah, show us your Lord. Allah told him, okay, choose people from your own community, from your own ummah. He chose 70 people. Prophet Musa ala nabiyina wa alayhi salam, he's ma'soom, he's infallible.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know the intention of the people. He doesn't know the level of their belief and iman. He saw the face value that they are good people, they are righteous people. All of the 70 people that came with him to go and for him to show them Allah, I mean, Allah cannot be seen, but Allah said, if the mountain can take a power of mine, very small portion
Then
of
you
power,
could show me.
then
You
they can
could
see
see
me.
me.
They couldn't. They all came back as a disbeliever. So even Prophet Musa, picking people that he thought they are righteous, he made a mistake.
Allah.
He couldn't see the intention. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even though he knows the intention of the people, but everything has to be by the commander of Allah.
So
command
as
of Allah
long as
subhanahu wa
as
ta'ala.
long as this is the case, and it's only the Almighty who chooses the successor of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, this case and this situation must be a very, very important situation.
Very true.
And you know, it's no one can simply ignore it.
Very true.
No one can simply just forget it and just say, okay, let after the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, we go after whatever we were doing.
That is their argument. Like people argue, I mean, they might not argue verbally, but within their action, we see that the non-Shia argue that the Holy Prophet received the divine revelation, and without appointing a successor to explain, elaborate, educate the Ummah after his departure, they argue that he left, and he left it to the people to choose the one for this particularly important and crucial task.
Allah.
This is how the action shows. When they do not follow Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, that we claim based on the history, based on the narrations, numerous narrations. Alam al-Amini, may Allah bless his soul, within his 11-volume al-Ghadir, He proves the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, 11-volume book. Each of the books are about 400 pages. So he proves from the non-Shia book the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn
Allah
Abi Talib
Akbar.
alayhi salam. Or we have, that would be a very good action plan for the people to start reading since they are in quarantine. La'ali Peshawar Nights by Sultan Wa'adhin al-Shirazi, a beautiful book that I always argue. If a non-Shia, an open-minded non-Shia reads this book, he will become Shia. He will become part of the followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Because beautifully, this Sayyid, son of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, he sits and with best of manner, he talks with the non-Shia for 10 nights, and he brings evidence from their own resources proving the wilayah of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam and our belief as the Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Or Kitab al-Muraja'at. We have, alhamdulillah, good amount of books, and they're all online available. It's not the time back in the days, a couple of 100 years ago, they had to go to different towns and barely able to buy a book. Right now, a couple of clicks, they can put Peshawar Nights on Google. The PDF will be there, very good translation. So nobody has excuse that I couldn't read. They all bring evidence from the resources of non-Shia that Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam was appointed by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And they don't have any counter argument. For example, if there were good amount of hadith that Rasulullah chose Abu Bakr, well, we could have sat and argued. Or he said after Abu Bakr will be Omar, we could have argued. Or after him will be Uthman, we could have argued. But within the history, if somebody really, really digs, and we have people, I met a revert who was a non-Shia, a doctor from Egypt and California. I met him. He's still alive. May Allah prolong his life and give him health. He's almost 80 years old. He was the imam of many of the non-Shia mosques. And he was the one who established it. But he started digging because he was introduced to the Eid al-Ghadir and the event of Ghadir. He started digging and digging. Within 15 years, he came to Haram of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and he started following the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, and he became Shia. So we have a lot of these names, scholars, non-scholars, normal lay people. If they just dig a little bit, find out that how was Abu Bakr chosen?
Yeah.
Omar within Saqifa chooses Abu Bakr. Okay, so Omar cares about the Ummah of the Prophet more than the Prophet. Rasulullah, that 23 years tirelessly he worked, he leaves the Ummah, but Omar feels and cares more about the Ummah than Rasulullah. And then Abu Bakr is about to die, he's on his deathbed. He chooses Omar